Hello, how are you? My name is Quinlan and welcome to Melbourne Musos, the drum show. What I'm doing tonight is carrying along with my African drumming pair of episodes. What I just did then was a triba, okay? Essentially, last week I talked about things like taking rudiments that we know as drummers and should know all 40 of the PAS rudiments and all that. PAS meaning the Percussive Arts Society, ratified, comes from the standard 26 rudiments. We turned them into, back in the 80s, they turned in from 26 into the 40. They added a dozen more, so to speak. And last week I was talking about the flam accent. Okay, so flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, and the flam tap. Take the snares off. I've triggered up my drums to create different triggers. Okay, if I just hit the rims, they should come up. See, so. And now I'm being a little bit more free flow with what I'm doing. Last week I was talking about the actual rhythms and the area. I read sections from my grade 3 drum set manual and essentially introduced you to some of these wonderful rhythms. They're two-handed, and it also goes it's basically the similar concept to an episode I did about a few episodes ago now, called counterpoint drumming, where you split yourself in two, and the term counterpoint is the art of intertwining two separate melodies. We might know it better as a twin lead guitar a la Metallica or something like that. So if we just take sticks like this and just put them on two separate drums, accent just the right hand. Two with the left. So on it goes like that. And what happens is that you start to get this counterpoint happening. African drumming, the whole language is built on that. So what you can have is just wonderful two-handed rhythms. I started the show off with a triba, which is flam tap, sort of flam tap, unisons. So. And as I said, when I say flam tap, we know it as a snare drum rudiment. But if we just take our two hands and split them between two surfaces, something wonderful happens. At the feet. So on, you see, wonderful, love it. Okay, so that's what happens there. Flam accents are the same. I could do flamadiddles, I could do anything that's flam based, that kind of thing. And there you go. And I'm using 3 types of flams. There are mainly 3 types of flams. What you have is an apogatura, very wide, an akiakatura, which is a bit tighter. And of course, when you're just putting 2 hands in unison, and that's just really generally speaking. A flat flam is what it's known as. We know that when we're just playing rock beats and the like. So there you go. There's a little introduction to part 2, and I'm being a little bit more freeform tonight from the initial show, but there is a triba straight off, and just going over, you know, the concept of what we're doing tonight with African drumming and just scratching the surface of it, just doing an introduction. Okay, back after the break.